Helo, croeso I Hêl Sardis Pontypridd, cartre un o gewri rygbi Cymru, lle cafodd ei alw'r House of Pain gan Neil Jenkins, a lle sy'n dal I godi ofn ar yr ymwelwyr.
Hêl Sardis, the House of Pain, chymod mae'r yn y enw.
Pwy ti'n cyrraedd y lle, ti jyst yn meddwl, mae yna lot o hanes yn y lle yma.
As soon as you cross that white line, you still get the chills up your back, so the players who used to play there.
Mae'r track newydd yn galed, mae'n gyflym.
Joel Lakes, a mae Hêl Sardis wedi ffrwydro.
The crowd is extremely powerful.
Y dor yma yn Ponty, mae'r shed na le I fod.
Lle anodd I fynd yn y Prem, byddwn ni'n gweud Sardis Road, Pontypridd.
I love going out at Sardis with the crowd behind you. You can definitely hear the shed.
Quins Carmarthen yw'r ymwelwyr ar Hêl Sardis Pontypridd hyn o ma. Cyfan yn fyw I chi ar S4C Click. Croeso ato ni. Mae yn glawio gyda llaw, ond mae Lloyd Lewis a Llywa Carmarthen yn gwneud fi deimlo'n eio gyda ymferel. Falle bod chi ddim yn poeni gymaint am eich gwallt, ond dyna ni, Lloyd, croeso, a croeso nôl I ti. Yn amlwg nes I chwarae yma am dymor. Ti'n nabod lot o chreuwyr, 3 o'r garfan yn disgol. Felly, os mae unrhyw eisiau gwybod y tactegau, I ti ni'n troi hyn o Llywarch.
Na, mwynhau'n amser briliant chwarae fan hyn. Criw o boes rili dda, mae lot o hwyl. Jyst cracda a cefnogaeth ffantastig, so mae'n wych bod yma.
A ti'n mwynhau chwarae yma fyd? Ti'n cofio hwn o dymor diwetha?
Fi'n cofio am da. Gym da oedd hyn. Fy'n glawio lot fi'n cofio, ond credit I Joe West oedd yna. Trwy fi mewn i'r cornel, a dyna sut ni'n chwarae gyda Casnewydd, joio.
A mae wedi bod yn wythnos prysur I ti, Llywach, yn sylwebu heno, ti'n hyfforddi neithio'r ysgol Glantaf, a llongyfarchiadau chi drwodd i'r ffeinal, sut gêm oedd hi?
Nerfus oedd, un chwarae teg yn falch iawn o ymdrechu yn yr ogiau neithiwr. Glantaf wedi ffeindio driving môl am tro cynta. O'na arbennig o dda, tro cynta i'r ysgol neidi i'r ffeinal fawr, felly mae'n griw eithriadol dylentog lenni, so gobeithio chi ni fynd yr holl ffordd yn y stadiwm yn bythefnos.
Chwarae Llan yn Ddyfri yn y ffeinal, yn fyw ar S4C. Ti'n edrych yn meddwl, relax. Fi'n gyfarwydd y gwaith ti'n edrych lot fwy stress na na. Ond rhywun arall ti wedi bod yn sgorio trwy gydol y tymor. Ti, Lloyd Lewis, 7 o geisiau. Ti ar frig cresty'r prif sgorwyr y gyngrair. Ti'n mwynhau dy rygbi, a mae Casnewydd yn hedfan ar hyn o bryd.
Ni'n neud yn dda, eleni. Ond mae'n credyd I sut mae Casnewydd yn chwarae. Mae fe'n mor braf bod yn chwarae ar asgell I Casnewydd oherwydd y ffordd maen nhw'n taflu'r pêl o gwmpas, felly credyd i'r boys, really.
A ti'n ymuno ni hyn o cyn bod rhywun yn mynd ar y record, felly ni yn gallu trafod y peth. Ond dyma cadarnhad o'r tabl a lle mae Casnewydd. Fel chi'n gweld, mae pethau'n dyn iawn ymysg y 4 ucha wedyn. Mae bwlch yn dechrau ffurfio. Mae'n tîmau heno ymysg gwelodion y tabl, ond falle fuddugoliaeth gyda ffwyn bonus I Pontypridd yn codi nhw i'r 5 safle. Wel, hynny tan y penwythnos o leia, a mae Quins Carmarthen yn edrych am ei hael fuddugoliaeth o'r tymor. Right, wel mae'r boes wedi diflannu, ond gyda rheswm, achos mae Lloyd Lewis wedi mynd I ffeindio un o dîm hyfforddi Quins Carmarthen, Josh Turnbull.
Fi ma da Josh Turnbull, aelod o tîm hyfforddi Quins Carmarthen a captain rygbi Caerdydd. Josh, ti'n dod nôl o anaf, sut mae pethau mynd I ti personol?
Fi nôl ar y cae, wedi bod yn marfer am cwbl o wythnosau nawr. So, fi nôl chwarae nos fori yn erbyn y Stormers, so ar y fainc.
Ffantastig, gwych pob lwc am hwnna. Ond lle am chwarae mwy am hyfforddi. Mae lot o sôn am y uwch-gyngrair fatha fel rhywbeth gwych I ddatblygu chwaraewyr. Sut mae fe fel hyfforddwr o ran datblygu sgiliau hwnna?
Mae'n hawdd I fi just dod mewn, wneud beth ymwyn gyda'r grŵp ma. Fi wedi dysgu lot dros y blwyddyn diwetha ers I bod gyda Quins Carmarthen, a maen nhw'n real clwb dda I wneud I fi wneud na pob wythnos.
Gwych. A wythnos diwetha yn erbyn Merthyr, gêm hynod o agos. Beth mae rhaid I chi wneud yn wahanol wythnos ma, heno ma I ennill?
Oedd y boes yn bach yn siomedig wythnos diwetha ar ôl colli gêm na, oedd yn eitha agos. Oedd Charlestown I yn y diwedd I ennill, ond just cadw mewn y gêm, pethau syml, o'n i trial chwarae gormod yn hanner un hun, ond ni wedi siarad amdano hwnna wythnos hyn cyn mynd mewn i gêm yma.
Diolch, pob lwc, a llawer draw ti bwy.
Gags, yma hyn yma, edrych ymlaen am gêm hyn yma, gweld Ponty y chwarae. Cwpl o good wins yn ddiweddar, sut i gweld hyn yma, beth i aspirations am y tymor o'n?
Gobeithio gallwn ni adeiladu ar cwpl o perfformiadau ni wedi cael. Wrth gwrs, ni'n edrych i dringo'r tabl. Yn anffodus, ni wedi colli'r gemau yn erbyn y tîm oedd sydd ar brig y tabl, ti'n gwybod y top 4. Ond eto, ni'n curo'r tîm oedd sydd o amgylch ni yn y cyngrair. Felly mae'n bwysig bod ni'n gallu cael y perfformiad a gobeithio bydd y goliaeth heno.
Wel, ffab, dyn ni mynd am drof dim ond, awn ni draw at Dico fan hyn, so Christic Amigos and Macca, all the stars are here, right? Not too far off your 400th appearance, 6 off, is it?
Yeah.
What would that mean to you to make the 400th?
Oh yeah, it'd be class, not just for me, but for my family and the years I've spent down here. So yeah, hopefully I get there, touch wood, no injuries, and yeah, hopefully I get there, hopefully before Christmas.
How many years have you been here now?
Too long.
45, pushing 45, are you?
Yeah, about 19 I think.
Right, good stuff, right, all the best, right. And we'll just go on I draw i weld sut da ni'n mynd gyda Aled a Puds. So, mae gen i Aled Ward yn fan hyn, so cydweithiwr ag Future Hall of Famer Ponty.
Na, dim gweith, sa'n gwed.
Sut yn joio Ponty, Cardiff boy, efo Cardiff haircut, sut yn joio bod yn Ponty?
Ie, really joio. Mae'n lle dda i wario. Dwi'n hoffi wario lawr yn Sardis Road. Bob wythnos, mae crowd yn torf yn dda. Mae boys yn dda hefyd. So ie, dwi'n joio byw yma.
MOM arall yna?
Sa'n gwed i na.
Puds. Lle mae Puds gen i? Puds? Gone. Wel, mae gen i Sean yn fan hyn, Sean Parry, International. You right?
Yeah, good, thanks.
How was your time with Canada? So you made a couple of appearances for Canada over the summer. Unbelievable experience. Playing Tonga, tour Tonga?
Yeah, it was really good. Bit surreal, going out there and playing out there, but loved the experience. It was great fun, yeah.
But I was keeping tabs on you and fair play. It was brilliant to see you. Yeah. Fab, lovely. Diolch yn iawn a nôl at Lauren yn y studio.
Diolch llawach, ni yn gwneud un yn weithio yn galed yn dyn ni, chwarae teg, ond mae'r rygbi yn parhau ar S4C dros y penwythnos. Mae 2 gêm i chi, mae'r Sharks yn croesawu y Dreigen neu Africa a cyfle i weld y gêm ddarbu rhwng y Gwylch a'r Scarlets yn ei chyfanrwydd nos Sul. A mae pawb nôl nawr, mae'n lot fwy gyfforddus gyda chi yma, ond nes i siarad y rai o'r boes falle mwy o profiadol yn sefyll newid. Mae lot o boes ifanc a ddawel ar y cae. Un o'n nhw, Josh Phillips, sy'n abod yn dda. Ni wedi gweld yn chwarae maswr, mae'n chwarae cefn o'r heno.
Mae Josh nôl yn y cymoedd, mae o bod efo'r Scarlets ers cwpl o flynyddoedd nôl fan hyn. Mae yna grŵp hoci iau'n dod at ei gilydd. Mae Josh yn creu argraff fawr. Mae o'n prif sgori'r Ponty leni, cicio a lot. Mae gen nhw 2-3 option cicio o Ben Bennell nôl hefyd, ond mae wedi symud nôl i'r cefn i chwarae. Edrych ymlaen i weld mae Josh yn cicio ymlaen eto hyn yma.
Nath y Scarlets dewis peidio ymestyn y gytundeb, felly bydd eisiau creu argraff. O'n i falle meddwl bydde ti moyn sôn am yr olwyr, ond ti di mynd am rhywun o'r pac i Quins.
Penderfyniad hawdd i wneud i fod yn onest. Lewis Millen, 8 i'r Quins. Mae di rili impreso fi eleni, dim ond 26 mlwydd oed, mae fe'n dangos lot mwy o profiad na ni. Mae fe reit ar top y stats, fel chi'n gallu gweld yn ardal y tackle. Mae fe'n wych, mae'n arwain trwy y siampl, a mae fe rili yn cael pethau mynd i Quins, felly bydd e'n hanfodol i fe. I Quins heno mae i cael gêm dda, mae fe'n hanfodol. Felly gobeithio mae fe'n mynd yn dda heno yma.
Quins wrth gwrs yn edrych am ei hael fuddigoliaeth. Fel ti'n gweld i'n mynd? Pen ar y bloc yn dau?
Ponty, ole, fyny yn Ponty, so Ponty.
Dim surprises, right?
Fi am dweud Ponty hefyd. Gan ystyried y gemau diwethaf ni wedi cael, mae Quins yn stryglau tym bach, Ponty. Mae'n
bryd i chi fynd i'r pwynt sylwebu. A reminder, there's English language commentary available with Dave Rogers and Lloyd Lewis, ond mae llawer Chapmyrddin ar fi'n ymuno ag Owain Gwynedd yn y Gymraeg.
Well, good evening, everybody, and a warm welcome. The welcome is about the only thing that's warm because the season's changing here, but thankfully the rain has just about stopped. Carmarthen Quins looking for their first victory since the 9th of September. They've come with a relatively new look front row with Noonian, Williams and James, but it's pretty settled behind them. Tom Phillips captaining from 6th. The one to keep an eye on, though, Archie Hughes. Keen eyes, and Scarlets fans will have seen plenty of that young man. Tipped for big things, but he's going to get some big minutes today. As for the home team, well, 2 wins in a row here at Sardis Road. And it's a pretty new look front row for them too. Curtis Greenslade, first season. But Josh Phillips, the points machine at 15, looking to make it 3 in a row with that very experienced engine room, Cook and Dickamidis. It is going to be a tough ask for Quins, but 4 of the last 5 against these 2 teams have been decided by less than a converted score. And last time, Carmarthen Quins were victorious. We are underway, under the lights on a Thursday. Great to have your company for this one. Quins with a good chase there, of course, in the gold, red and black hoops. Ponty in the famous black and white. Looking to exit cleanly.
Out 7.
And get this game underway. Harvey Nash at 9 today. Going to get an early touch of boot on ball.
Touched.
Former Osprey, first season with Ponty. And he's kept that infield there. Wonder if that'll be the tactic throughout the evening. Of course,
stay, guys.
This synthetic surface plays fast.
Yeah, ball's now gone.
Quins, oh, that's a kick to competing.
2 stop.
Dylan Richards can't get there, neither can Iestyn Gwilliam, and this is a lovely turn of pace. Some early width here and some pace by Rowley. Rowley skips away. Or does he? The assistant's flag goes up just as the home crowd have started to get excited. And just as Lloyd has gone pitch side to the commentary position faster than anyone I've ever seen, which is probably why he's the Indigo Prem's top try scorer.
9. Can you go 10 metres?
First set piece then. And Garen Williams on debut. Oh, it's not a clean first line out either, but it's ended up back with Quins somehow. And an advantage coming here.
Use it.
So Hughes feeds the big man. Great shot by
guys.
Tom Harper.
No advantage. Knock forward at the line. Scrum, yellow.
And under 2 minutes in, first look at both set pieces.
Black at the line out.
Yeah, Chris Dickamidis just getting a rogue finger on that. So a reminder of the front rows then. Devine, Greenslade, Harper for Ponty, Noonian, Williams and James for Quins. And it comes from Archie Hughes. Good solid scrum. Quins scrum looking very good. And a penalty advantage. Free shot at it then for Quins. A little bit loose. Once, then twice. And we'll go back for the penalty. Brilliant scrum there from James Noonian. Got one over on Tom Harper. Only his 2nd appearance of the season. Harry Williams, another one new in the 10 jersey.
Yeah, okay. You get it. Yeah.
Signed from Hartbury, just over the border. And another opportunity here for Garen Williams. Just inside the 22. Oh, it's well gathered though. Great read by Ponty. And the first chance for Quins goes begging. Nash. Again, keeps that on, kicks to compete. Just been knocked on there by Scrivens. And have we got you, Lloyd?
Yeah, I'm back. Bit of technical difficulties here, but nah, all good.
Great news.
Yeah, okay.
So early on, looks to be a tactic for Ponty to keep the ball on the pitch and kick to compete.
Yeah, well, it's a bit wet, bit greasy out there, the surface. It's surprising like a wet day on the 4G, the ball's so much greasier. So yeah, maybe trying to force the errors there. Yeah, definitely could be a tactic.
So for someone like you, when that's called in the tactics meeting, you know it's going to be a lung burner.
Yeah, of course, and it's not nice to be on either end of it either.
Oh, better scrum from Ponty this time. Chipped on by Harry Williams, and then Gwilliam. Good footwork there from Wilson. Then Archie Hughes. It's good line speed from Ponty, so the little nudge in behind, that's a really good take on the full as well. And a smart kick, chased back well by Randall. Sits down Scrivens.
Use it.
Bit of big man pinball, and it's been ripped now. Ponty, best field position so far. Harvey Nash. Little kick in behind, but that is not what he planned, I'd imagine.
No, yeah, it's a real error from Stuckey there. He's such a skillful player, great feet, still got a lot of pace as well. So yeah, that's a very rare mistake there from Dale Stuckey.
Yeah. Okay.
So 5 minutes gone. A little bit rusty from both teams. Take another look at this rip here. Well, we talked about the experienced engine room, didn't we? And both of them involved there. Cook and Dicomidis.
Wait, guys, we haven't got a ball. Hey, first you go, set up.
I think it was the right decision there to put a kick in, just the execution. Fair play to Carmarthen, the D-set really quickly there from the turnover. And yeah, not much many options there for Stuckey looking at.
Did a bit of quick maths earlier, so 394 appearances for Dicomidis. That is 19 full days
of rugby
in a Ponty jersey. Remarkable return. 4 one way, 2 the other then for Quins, and Hughes decides to go up that short side. It's a good carry, and there could be half a gap here as well. Wilson looks sharp, but that tackle looks sharper. Hughes to Harry Williams. And then Garen Williams. Harry Williams there. It's quite deep. And then flat. Is that a high arm from Tom Harper? Referee says no. Keeps the home team on side. It's a good carry. Tom Phillips, the captain. Crossfield kick. He was practicing those for a long time before the game, and that first one's landed. Oh, the offload just evades Curry. Thought for a second the referee was going to play on, but so far so good.
No, really enjoying how Quins are trying to play in this early part of the game. I really like Archie Hughes as a player. Keeps the tempo nice and high. And again, I've noticed the last few phases, Ponty have been really narrow in defence and the wing has been closing quite late. So great decision to put the crossfield kick in. Unlucky there, Caleb Evans.
Right, we're good, guys.
Right idea going between the two defenders. Just unlucky with the execution there. Greasy ball maybe playing a part.
Crows!
Still 0-0. Yet to really have a visit to the 22.
I said my calls are going to be slow. Yeah, well, you've got to work hard, guys. It's not my calls, it's your balance. Let's go, guys. Don't preempt. Wait for my call.
Just see that mizzle coming down. And that early season optimism of sunshine and warm rugby soon disappears, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's long gone now, to this point in the season.
In from Nash then. And that scrum seems to have solidified. Scrivens puts a heavy boot on it. Chip in behind is well read though. No real pressure on the chase. Oh, that could be a late one. And Archie Hughes has missed it. And the referee's going to play on. Rugby incident. Then Hughes has to dig, so Quins are going to need a temporary scrum half. Phillips fills that void.
Always backwards.
Back rowers all fancy themselves to the 9, don't they?
Hughes 9.
So Archie Hughes.
Yeah, time it, guys.
4 Scarlets appearances this season, all off the bench. So come to get some minutes tonight. Might still be travelling reserve for the weekend. Good tackle, but a good line as well. No offload there for Nash. Always looking, though. Oh, a good turnover. How have Quins got their hands on that ball? Another crossfield kick. Is that going to get a sideways bounce and bother the 50-22? No.
Hold in front.
Lloyd.
Hold.
Again, he's kept it on, and again, it is back with Quins. This is the first tackle, and then gets dragged down. Oh, offloaded or fumbled, either way. It's another few metres. This helps. Williams. Another nudge in behind. I think there are a couple of players not too happy with that in Quins' jerseys, but that's off his knee for Phillips. Still going. Little nudge in behind. Now Burnell to give chase. Burnell, is he going to get there? He is, but so is Archie Hughes, who's over that ball. Penalty advantage coming. Massive chance here for the home team. Eventually Randall brings down the scrum half. And Burnell, oh, great feet, then the knock on. And Scrivens thought for a second he'd sold them all.
Great bit of play there. Lovely from Josh Phillips. I thought the pass would have been a better option inside, but when you're in the moment, it's hard. It's hard to read. Very unlucky there not to get the 7 points, but a great field position now.
Okay, no release. Boys, can you go try line?
Oh, and Archie Hughes has been sent to the bin for killing the ball.
There's your mark.
And that is a big loss.
It's unfortunate. He worked really hard to get back, and yeah, just a bit of foul play there, 10 minutes in the bin. But again, I like how both these teams are trying to play early doors. It's refreshing to see.
Big chance now for Ponty then. Uncontested line out. Watch out for Greenslade, because it's going towards the line. The hooker's in control. The referee says yes. First journey into the 22 yields 5 points. A picture-perfect set piece, and it's Ponty 5, Quins 0. Curtis Greenslade getting the try, and he's had an armchair ride from a brilliant forward pack.
Yeah, great, well deserved there. All started, of course, with Josh Phillips. I think this kicking battle is going to be so important today. Josh Phillips picked it up in the backfield, a lovely chip and chase. And as we said, now Archie Davis has resulted in Archie Davis off in a sin bin, and that's devastating for Quins there. A player down, and potentially 7 points down as well.
Josh Phillips on kicking duty today. 91 points so far this season. Very trusty right boot. Only his third appearance at 15 this season, though. Proving to be a very valuable member of this back line. And he is 1 from 1. Lovely strike, great result. 7-0 to the hosts. So let's take a look at the incident that led to the try then. Brilliant work from Phillips to get it started.
Yeah, here I'm thinking pass, but what a great skill as well. Well falling over to put that kick in, almost on the money. And there we see the infringement from Archie Hughes. Slowing the ball down. Professional foul there.
Time it.
Referee did very well to keep up with it as well. Play going at 100 miles an hour. Obviously been doing his sprint training.
Use 9.
Nash clears, but not particularly tidily. Big charge down, but it will be Ponty's ball.
Oh, last one was great. Same again. Yeah. Can you go 10 metres, please, boys? Thank you.
Greenslade. That dart inside the 22. Pretty accurate. One to the back inside his own half as well. And the handling too. Sending big men down the channel.
Take him back. Hold it front, line. Hold it front.
Scrivens. Great contact on the kick. There's not a huge amount of breeze out there.
Yellow hold.
And someone's going to have to go and fetch that from the car park.
Well fielded there. Great kick from Scrivens. It's so hard to deal with those spirals, especially in these conditions. It's not nice being in the backfield, especially with the crowd.
Yeah,
we spoke pre-match with the crowd heckling you while it's in the air as well. It's a nice place to be, but well fielded there.
Yeah, as an away winger on that far side, you're not going to have a pleasant night, are you? Whether you play well or badly, they're going to give you a hard time. No penalty advantage. Discipline costing Quins here. Well, it was a great rip.
Yeah, it's got to roll. Yeah, no score. 8's got to roll.
The hunger's there for sure with the Quins. The defence, they're really aggressive, coming off the line, working together. See a nice little double tackle there and a rip, but it's just about doing it within laws of the game, I guess. It's a thin line to tread, and unfortunately, if they keep giving away penalties here, Josh Phillips, as you mentioned before, with his right boot, he'll keep on punishing you.
Well, he could well reach the century of points tonight. He's up to 93. But even with no wind, this would be some knock.
Yeah, definitely. I'm backing him. What do you think?
Well, I'm not a betting man. However, I have got a question to ask you a little bit later. Well, in about 4 minutes, 52 seconds. If he doesn't get it, you've got to buy me dinner, right?
Deal. You've already been at the burger van, I saw you.
Josh Phillips sends it on its way. It's going to be tight. It's got the legs. It's got the distance. Great kick. 10-0. And that is 10 unanswered points with Archie Hughes in the bin. Ponty taking all their opportunities. And that young man is a real asset.
Yeah, I wonder how important Josh Phillips' boot will be tonight. Great asset to have.
Well, that's 5 points for him already. 96 for the season. And Quins reeling, really. 2 penalties they've conceded, and it's cost them 10 points. Nash sends that up again. The chase has been excellent on both flanks for Ponty.
So we've got knock-on option to touch? Yeah, okay. Oh, it's off his leg. Okay, yeah? Go line, yeah. Line, off his leg. I thought it was a knock-on. Just a line. Just a line. Yeah, your ball. Yeah. No knock-on. No knock-on, just a line out. Yeah, nice.
Greenslade goes again. Pretty secure early on with these darts. I think that mizzle's just stopped now, so it might make it a little bit easier, but not much. Sometimes on these synthetic surfaces, as soon as you've had some rain, the damage is done. Still 3 minutes on the yellow card. Another good kick from Nash and a great shot. Harry Williams. Oh, superb from Ponty. There's Alid Ward. Tell you what, Alid, your moustache is looking fantastic.
It's impressive, isn't it?
Even when November ends, keep it. Looks like a Spitfire pilot, doesn't he? Former Cardiff Met man, played a talented team actually. Max Llewellyn, Luke Northmore, Alex Dombrandt, Jack Morgan, all in that team. He was the captain. In fact, he kept Dombrandt out of the 8 jersey, made him play second row.
Yeah, no, he's a great player. He captained me at Wales under 18s, I think, or 20s it might have been, 18s, I think. He's a great player.
Played for so many age groups, you've forgotten who you played with. Unbelievable. Another penalty, another shot at goal. Another chance for Phillips. Oh, he struck that well. He is 99 not out for the season. And this is so clinical from Ponty.
Yeah, it's great. It's very determined over Quins. It just shows they have to be squeaky clean, because when Josh Phillips is in this mood, as you can see, he's starting everything. He's striking the ball so well, straight down the middle of the post. He's in great form tonight, as he has been all season. Fair play to him.
And he's another one who's played in some excellent teams. 5 Wales under-20s caps. Some of the boys he was in a backline with as well. Mason Grady, Joe Hawkins, Cammy Wynette. Still a minute to go on the yellow card, and Quins have barely had a touch. Burnell trying to release the speed, and does. Here's Stuckley. Smart nudge in behind, but a really good take from Harry Williams. Those long barriers aren't easy. Now there's no one at home, so Phillips has got to chase back, but Scrivens is already there. A good clearance kick. Just having a little look down to see if Archie Hughes started to think about it.
Really impressed with how Ponty moved the ball there as well, considering the conditions as we spoke about. Great passes, great handling skills.
Black. Yeah, Black, set.
Now, Garen Williams, short numbers in the line-out. Again, Ponty throw a man up. I think they're going to contest that all night. Just keep turning the screw on the debutant. With that, Harry Williams, sorry, it's Jack Wilson. He's going to have to step in at scrum half. Still going, Quins, up to halfway. Phillips. Wilson. James. Stood up by Macaulay Cook, who slows things down. So next stoppage, Quins will be back up to 15. Excellent take, Stuckley underneath it. Manages to stay in field too. Good physicality from Quins.
Take him back.
Again, they're going to try and move the ball again. Burnell looks confident on the carry tonight. When you're 13-0 up after 22 minutes, no real surprise. Wilson.
Hold your
Clean take, not really under much pressure though, Harvey Nash.
Yeah, never on the ball.
Turned that over. Now Curry wants to put a bit of width on it. Gwilliam. Good feet from Randell, great feet from Randell, and the turn of pace. Bobbling round. Ends up back with Ponty, but that was a bit more like it from the Quins backline. Randell looking sharp. Now this ball's been in play for a few minutes. There's going to be some burning lungs out there as Ward presents it.
Use 9. 2 out.
Nash on the pop. Now Nash, is he going to keep this on, or is he going to give everyone a breather? No, he wants to keep it on. Lack of communication, but Quins get away with it. Richards. Ponty off their feet. Archie Hughes is going to come back on, and I think Lauren's down there making friends.
You can't dive on the player there. Come straight up the feet. Yes, please.
Diolch Owen, fi'n cael cwmni prif hyfforddwr y Quins, Mark Jones. So Ponty built a lead with that man advantage. How important is it you get the next score on the board, Mark?
Yeah, obviously next score was a big moment. Disappointing to lose key player with Archie. Our main attacking threat tonight. And, they've built a decent lead here, 13 points up. So we got the game to chase. We haven't done ourselves any favours at the start of this game. So tough one to come back.
Just the one win to your names this season, but you've been in games leading for 77 minutes against Merthyr. Have there been elements of your performance you've been pleased with, even if the results haven't gone your way?
Yeah, we've had some good performances this year. Probably a lot better than we have last season. We've run a few teams close and just struggled to get that sort of final straw, I suppose, and get the win. But you know, last week was disappointing to lose at the death. But you know, credit to the boys. They last 3 minutes conceded a try, and then we went probably a metre away from the line and give away a turnover, which we unfortunately lost the game then at the end. But you know, tonight now 13 points down. We see what the boys are about on a Thursday night.
Plenty left in this game. Thanks for your time, Diolch yn fawr.
Quins with it all to do. A nightmare 10 minutes, really. Down to 14, conceding 13 points. And particularly with the player going to the bin, somebody who everyone's been so excited to have in this team on this Thursday night.
Yeah, Archie Hughes is a quality player. And as the head coach just said there, he's the one who gives them the go forward in attack. I mentioned him before he went off. I was impressed with the tempo that he brings to the game. And yeah, he most definitely is one of their best attacking threats. So it's a massive loss for them. And to come out of that 10-minute period 13 points down, it is devastating. But there's plenty of the game left to go. I'm sure Archie Hughes will be looking to make up for it.
Lewis Millen. It's another ball. It's a little bit scrappy, but it is just about working, that line-up. But they want to tighten it up and give themselves a good platform. As Hughes finds Williams, another kick to chase. Oh, it is slippery on the surface.
You okay? Yeah, we're set. Off black, yeah, thank you.
Plenty of Indigo Prem coming up for those Thursday rugby fans. Aberavon versus Ebbw Vale is next Thursday. Then it's Bridgend versus Newport on the 14th of December. Then a little Christmas cracker for you, Cardiff versus Pontypridd. And then just before we say hello to 2024, it is Rugby Gogledd Cymru against Cardiff. Long way north, isn't it?
A bit too long, yeah. It's a bit too long. That Cardiff Pontypridd game, that's going to be a cracker, I think.
Well, great games every week. Great to have your company wherever you're watching, around the world in this global league.
Yeah, most definitely.
So far, so good for the men in black. Had a pretty good home record, haven't they? That draw to start the season, just the one defeat here.
Let's go again, guys.
And of course, the top four seem to be a long way away from everyone else, but if you keep winning at home, if they pick up 5 points tonight, then all of a sudden they don't seem that far away, and it's the hope that kills you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what's so good about the Welsh Premiership, is it's so unpredictable. I know you really have the top, you have Llandovery, Merthyr, Newport historically, but this year you look how tight it is in the top four especially, but yeah, anything can happen. There's so many more games to go.
Well, if you just stop scoring tries and give everyone else a chance, it might be a bit tighter. Oh, that is a contact in the air. A penalty advantage. Referee happy enough to see how this one plays out. Well, once then twice, and now it's Ponty who need to be careful.
So, the original offence here was contact in the air.
So what are you doing here? Are you getting points on the board? Or are you dabbing for the corner?
Yeah, I think, well, I was going to say posts establish themselves on the scoreboard, isn't it? Now Archie's back on. It's sort of not right off those 13 points, but you mean Archie's such a big...
Let's just take a look at this contact.
It's the second one up here. What's this? It's from the side, surely.
Yeah, Tom Phillips has got a little bit excited there, but he was definitely the aggressor in that instance. First chance at points for the evening for Quins. First chance taken. The 0 disappears. It's replaced with a 3. And Jack Wilson gets his first points. A couple of very high-quality kicking fullbacks tonight. Ponty 13, Quins 3.
Time it.
Keep your eye on Jack Wilson, though, because he just seemed to be grabbing his side there as he was walking away.
Always inside. Always inside.
Helps, grabs that second opportunity. Archie Hughes goes in short. Tom Harper, a very big black wall to try and get through. The tight head. Hughes, kick to compete. Stuckley comes in, rolls off a few bodies, and Scrivens chases back. Phillips loses that one. Good tackle by Millen.
Time it, guys. Back we go.
In a real nuisance of himself there, but Nash copes. Greenside spins.
Don't play it into him.
Just look a little bit more confident in the carry, the Ponty forwards. Divine.
Off feet, 7, off 8 feet. Just leave, just leave. Good.
This time Nash is going to send it to the skies. And then Macaulay rolling. It's a clean catch and a clean tackle.
Use it.
So we approach 30 minutes. We're into the midfield battle. Stuckley was a bit narrow there, but he's got support. The support comes from Phillips. Phillips looks so sharp in midfield. Oh, wriggles away from a tackle and then gets it away to Nash. Oh, 1 goose, 2 goose. Well, it was telegraphed by Nunez. It's a little bit high, and there's going to be another kickable penalty here. If not more, kick to space. Oh, he's run straight past it, and it opens up for Lloyd. Disastrous defence, and Liam Lloyd goes in for the second, and Ponty extend the lead.
Yeah, fair play. Great eyes at rugby there from Ben Burnell. He knew he had the free play, and he puts it on the plate there. But again, big costly error there for the Quins. I'd like to see that again.
It's really smart from Burnell, wasn't it? He saw Quins rush up.
Yeah, as I said, he had a little free play there and it's paid off. It's a bit of a nightmare in defence there. He's waiting for it to sit up the Quins defender.
It's a good finish. It's a winger's dream, to be honest, but really smart from Ben Burnell. He made that. As the rain started again. And Josh Phillips with this one, probably his most difficult one of the evening for the right footer, to raise the bat as a Centurion for the season. Oh, it's good. He's 4 from 4. That's 101 points for the season.
14, Liam Lloyd. Sponsored by Telen Ann and Hub 5 Massage. Converted by number 15, Josh Phillips. Sponsored by Mrs. G Fly and High Motive.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, Liam Lloyd gets the meat pie, but 2 penalties, 2 conversions for Phillips. 20 points to 3, half an hour gone. And Ponty, good for the lead as well. They have been clinical, though, haven't they? They've not let any real ball in the red zone go to waste.
No, they're taking their opportunities really well. And we saw an error there from the Quins, but they're forcing those errors. They're playing in the right areas, putting the Quins under pressure. Yeah, it's great heads-up rugby there from Ben Burnell, as we said, and a well-deserved try, I think.
Okay, we'll go time off.
So, a little bit of medical attention down there for Quins. It's Caleb Salmon. Don't really want to lose him. Don't want to lose anyone in the engine room, really. But they need to find something from somewhere, Quins, don't they? They're not making this as competitive as they should at the moment, and they're losing that battle in the midfield third.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a credit to the... I feel like Pontypridd have reacted a lot better to the turnover, the transitions. And in the kicking battle, they seem to be dominating that at the minute, which is huge in a game like this, in the conditions. And Ponty have let Quins off the hook here with the mistake at the restart. But Quins now desperately need to establish himself in the game.
Well, 7 minutes to go till half-time. Can Quins magic something up? Give themselves a bit of hope going into the second 40. Millen really has to dig for that. But he's got a good platform from his Type 5 to do exactly that. And now they're tiptoeing around the 22 for the first time. Hughes sends the captain forward. Tipped on by James. Again, it's organised defence from Ponty, and Quins just hemorrhaging a couple of metres. Williams, another loose pass, another knock-on. And another chance at transition ball here for Ponty. Or is it?
I think Quins can't get stuck in that overplaying mindset now in a desperation to get points on the board. That missed pass wasn't really necessary. And in these conditions as well, you don't want to be taking a 15-20 metre pass with a defence flying up at you. So it's easy to slip into that. But yeah, Quins need to just keep cool, calm heads, try and get a bit more points on the board before half-time.
Well, it's something that you mentioned before, isn't it? It's heads-up rugby, so great line speed from Ponty. It was great line speed from Quins, but Ben Burnell spotted it and reacted with a kick.
Yeah, spot on.
But then again, it's easy to do that on a penalty advantage, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Set. Ball down.
Squeezed out to Nash. Everyone pretty narrow here, apart from Stuckley, who's hugging his flank. Josh Phillips will pass to him.
Yeah, stop it. Thanks, mate. Knock forward. Yeah.
But it's squeezed forward.
I'm going to come this side.
There's Macaulay Rowley.
Come this side.
First season here at Ponty.
Boys, maintain your standards.
Had a lovely time by the looks of things. Key part in Estrad Ronda's brilliant season last year. In fact, they won the East District Cup final here against Brecon. Great club, Brecon, but more on that later. Hughes with the put-in. Feels like we've had a few scrums in this position and nothing's really happened. Oh, they've missed the hook, and Ponty have won that against the head. Oh, but illegally. Oh, Garen Williams has got away with one there.
Far side, stepping out the contest.
Macaulay Cook not happy. But another chance for Jack Wilson. Some points on the board. And do you know, if they could go in at half-time, 2 scores behind, given the fact they've been down to 14, given the fact they've not really had an opportunity to get over the whitewash, that wouldn't be the worst return. Firstly, they need to drain this, then they need to exit. And this would take Jack Wilson up to 80 points. 2 kickers who've had excellent seasons. Well, they're making it look easy off the tee, aren't they? Jack Wilson gets his second penalty, gets Quins' 6th point. Just over 3 minutes to go till half-time. Ponty 20, Quins 6.
No, I've got 3. No.
It's a game that's not really sparked to life yet, isn't it? It's been a lot of time between the two 22s. That'll suit Ponty, really, because they've been able to win that arm wrestle. Take advantage of their 2 opportunities. was Curry.
Use it now.
Hughes. Stuckley underneath it. He's recovered well from that suboptimal kick early in the match when he was off his wing looking for work. Kai James.
Use it.
Pick and go, and good power from Tom Harper. Takes a metre.
Use it now.
Well, Nash just sent that one skyward. Dicomedis underneath it. Dicomedis does well. Rock solid like a totem pole under that one. Greenslade. Good patience this from Ponty. We've not really seen them slowly go through the phases. Cook. Good hands from the forwards. And Kai James into the 22. Greenslade in that slightly wider channel. Scrivens. Oh, takes it to the line. Then it goes forward. Corley Rowley.
Not forward from Black, from the yellow.
Wasn't able to have that foot race with Archie Hughes because it's gone forward. Unlucky. Those passes in close proximity. Sometimes they stick, sometimes they don't. Howard Ward, as always, industrious.
Great. Last scrum, great. That's what I'm looking for. Put a minute, Vicky. Vicky, put a minute. Put a minute.
About a minute to go. Carmarthen Quins will probably be fairly happy to see the sheds at half-time. Chance to try and wipe the slate clean. Harry Williams. It's a decent clearance kick, but it does mean that Ponty are going to have one last chance before half-time.
10-yard line, please. All in, please.
Well, no one really in a rush here, because despite the fact it hasn't really been played at 100 miles an hour, it's been very physical. I think the forwards in particular will be feeling it.
Okay, that's time.
So the referee has said that's time. This will be the last play. So Greenslade, oh, beautiful line, great turn of pace from Stuckley. Stuckley into the 22. And Ponty going in chase of try number 3, Bennell. Great feet from Bennell. And the ball's gone loose. It hasn't come off a Quins hand. So still with Ponty. It's just a poor pass, but a great opportunity.
Yeah, he's stuck there. Good movement, 8. Use a 9.
Kai James.
You're off feet, 8.
Nash. Scrivens. Another good ball, another good line. But Quins seem to have reset the defence.
Yeah, good 8.
Really important for Quins that they hold out here. And they have.
Okay, now low 5 roll, please.
Brilliant turnover. And that just extinguishes the light on the first half.
Thank you. Okay, hold in, yeah, if you tap it, obviously if you tap and then kick it off.
Well, Harry Williams not tempted for a first phase attack. He brings this half to an end. An interesting half. We've had a yellow card, 2 tries, and a couple of great kickers off the tee. It is Ponty 20, Quins 6, as both teams head to the sheds. Right, at half-time, I can see Lloyd down there. Who's he going to grab?
Josh, gai dwi'n te miliad. Ei, ti ar dan, mate, dros 100 o bwynt i yn y gyngor nawr. Sut teimlad hwnna?
Ie, mae'n gret ni cael dechreuad yn ei eisiau. Just cadw fynd, just cadw pêl, a just cadw y top.
Ie, felly dyna yw plan am y hanner nesaf, ie, cadw'r pêl?
Ie, yn union, just gwaen yna adalet cywir, a just rhoi nhw, a just cadw nhw yn y hanner nhw.
Ei, pob lwc, mate, da am ti.
Gwych, diolch.
Sawi ti, Lauren?
Wel, ar ôl yn mynd ar y blaen yn gynnar, Pontypridd nath parhau I bwyso. Greenslade ar cais gynta, ond dyma fe'r ysgetwr Liam Lloyd yn cipio'r ail. Kick to Hayes. Ben Burnell yn canfod Lloyd, a maen nhw'n edrych mewn gwbl reole o'r gêm ma. O ti eisiau, wel, nes i ragweld nhw'n ennill y gêm ma, maen nhw ar y ffordd llawch Carmarthen.
Do, ie, o'n i'n meddwl, oedd y ddau dîm teimlo un allan yn y 10 munud cyntaf, ond ers yna mae Ponty yn sicr di cael gafel ar y gêm ma, allan nhw just cyfle di mynd just diwedd yr hanner yn y gongol dde yna, just illa i roed y gêm ma i'r gwely cyn hanner amser.
Ewn ni'n ôl i edrych ar y cais gynta. Greenslade yn sgorio'r sgarmes yn y diwedd yn gwaith da gan Ben Burnell eto i ffeindio'r gwagle, Lloyd.
Ie, chwarae teg. Fi'n teimlo fel mae Pontypridd yn chwarae lot well o'r transitions ma o amddiffyn i ymosod a fyna, chwarae ffantastig gan y bwy na Josh Phillips i canfod y gwagle a rhoi Ben Burnell lawr fyna. A dyna wrth gwrs lle ath Archie Hughes off, a oedd hwnna'n huge gyda Ponty yn llwyddo i sgwro 13 o bwyntiau pan oedd e off. Ond ie, chwarae teg i Ponty, mae'n teimlo fel maen nhw'n ennill y pethau bach, mae Quins yn stryglan yn y hanner gyntaf yma. A ennill y brwydr gorfforol fyd, achos ildi yn o cwbl o geisiau o'r sgarmes oedd na swetha yn erbyn Merthyr.
Do, ie, mae'n pac mawr gyn Ponty fan hyn, gweld Macaulay Cook ag Christa Gamikis yn yr ail regna yn rhoi y sylfaen drwy'r pac iddyn nhw. So ie, mae angen i Ponty dal mlaen i na, ond mae eisiau Quins chwarae fwy yn 22 Ponty.
A be am yr ail gais Eli am Lloyd? Ponty yn y diwedd yn gwneud y mwyaf o dyn o fantes gyda nhw.
Ie, bendant, o'n i'n meddwl, o'n i'n dweud siarad ar y coms am pa mor beryglus mae Josh Phillips, a o'n i'n meddwl, mae'n mynd am y pist eto, ond chwarae gwych gan Ben Burnell, chwarae gael pen lan a roi Liam Lloyd mewn i'r cornel, yn anffodus camgymeriad gan Quins yn trio gadro'r pêl na, ond mae credyd i Pontypridd yn rhoi y pwysau hwnna arno i'r Quins a creu'r cyfleoedd. Ac yn y pen draw eto, gweledigaeth gwych gan Ben Burnell.
Ie, nhw'n dathlu'r ail gais na, ond mae Josh Phillips wedi bod yn alled ar y cyfan. Nethon ni sôn amdano fe cyn y gêm, oedd 91 o bwyntiau enw bryd ni yn y gyngrau, nawr mae dros cant o fe, mae'n edrych yn ddibynadwy dros ben.
Yndi, oedd gwybod yn union pryd oedd yn mynd dros cant, fi'n gwybod yn iawn yna. So na, chwarae teg, wedi bod yn wych oddi ar y tŷ. Ond dim just hynny, mae gen i fo bach o amrywiaeth i'w gêm. A eto, ie, gweledigaeth yn fan hyn, yr ail gic na ni'n hoffi gweld yma, ond mae'n yn cysylltu efo'r bêl mor byr oddi ar y tŷ. Mae wedi dangos bod yn gallu cicio unrhyw beth yn hanner Quins. Ond eto, mae'r sgiliau gyda fo, mae'r weledigaeth gyda fo, neu wedi cysylltu a jyst hon eto, jyst y pop bach off yma. Ond na, mi wedi dal y llygad yn sicr ag pan oedd o'n chwarae fan ni'n glan taf a ti'n gwybod unrhyw beth o ran cicio o'i percentage o mor uchel, ti'n gwybod efo Josh o'n mynd i roed i drosodd.
Ie, mi fydd a Pontypridd yn hyderus bod nhw yn gallu dringo'r tabl dros wythnosau nesaf. Mae yn fis prysur i chi yn yr Indigo Prem wrth edrych ymlaen at Oleg.
Yr Indigo Prem ar S4C.
Aberafan yn erbyn.
Glenebwy.
Penabont yn erbyn.
Casnewydd.
Caerdydd yn erbyn Pontypridd.
RGC yn erbyn.
Caerdydd.
Wel, ni'n agosau at pwynt hanner ffordd y tymor yn yr Indigo Prem, a fel chi'n gweld mae pethau'n dyn. Dim ond 5 pwynt sy'n gwahanu'r tîm sy'n gynta a'r tîm sy'n pedwerydd, sy'n golygu un colled, a mae pethau yn gallu newid. Llawr Carmarthen, ti di treulio dipyn amser dyn ni yn y gystadleuaeth dros yr wythnosau diwetha. Pwy sy'n rili di creu argraff yn y tŷ ymysg y 4 ucha?
Ie, Casnewydd y fi, dwi'n Lloyd yn apus glwad, ond bod nhw wedi slipio fyny bach o blip penwsos dwytha yn ebyn Glenebwy, mae Casnewydd wedi bod ar dan, highlights reel Lloyd Lew gen i yn yma, ond na, chwarae teg, mae Lloyd fod ar ddiwedd lot o symudiadau da gen Casnewydd. Un peth mae rai chi gael i frwydro am y gyngrair ydy y sgwad, a dwi'n meddwl bod Casnewydd gyda sgwad dymder da iawn drwy'r sgwad blynwyr sy'n gallu trafod y bel, pawb sydd ar un donedd yn gwybod union beth maen nhw eisiau gwneud, felly na, mae Casnewydd wedi bod yn siarp iawn lenni.
Yes, dim surprise bod ti'n gwenu. A dyma pam ti wedi dod heno, fel bod ni'n gallu ailfew dy geisiau di yn fyw, ond ti'n gobeithio, falle bod ti'n hyderus fydd Casnewydd yn y ffeinal, pwy ti'n rhagweld fydd yn ymuno â chi?
Mae'n anodd dweud, chi'n modd, yn edrych ar y top 4 fyna, mae fe mor agos, a mae gymaint o gemau i fynd hefyd, felly mae'n anodd i ddweud, ond o ran pobl sydd wedi impreso fi eleni yw Pontypridd, o'n i arfer chwarae nhw tîm agos iawn i fy nghalon, a fi'n meddwl, oedd neb really yn disgwyl iddyn nhw'n wneud mor dda, oherwydd mae yna gap mewn safon eitha mawr bys i'n dweud rhwng y champa a'r uwch gyngrair, a nhw wedi pontio'r gap na yn really dda. A ie, fi'n gobeithio, maen nhw'n parhau i wneud yn dda. Mae cefnogaeth nhw'n wych a maen nhw'n addition ffantastig i'r uwch gyngrair.
Wyt ti'n gweld y 4 ucha y newid y gwbl? Ys cyfle gan tîm fel Pontypridd i gyrraedd yna?
O, sy'n sicr to, enwedig y ffordd maen nhw'n chwarae hanner cyntaf yma fan hyn. 10 pwynt ydy, mae 10 pwynt yn gallu newid yn gyflym iawn. Mae lot o gemau ddod dros cyn Nadolig gwan, cyn mae yna doriad yn mis Chwefror, dwi'n meddwl, ond mae yna lot yn gallu newid ag yn sicr fydd Ponty yn anelu fod yn y 4 ucha yna pan mae'n dod i'r gemau o gyfle yn mis Ebrill.
Rhy gynnar i rhagweld pwy sy'n mynd i ennill? Y cyfan gan bod pethau mor agos, wyt ti'n gallu rhoi un?
Yndi, iddo fi, os oes yna unrhyw un Casnewydd i fi.
O, dyna ni. A dwi ddim yn mynd i ofyn i ti, achos dwi'n meddwl mae Casnewydd fyddi di'n rhoi fel ateb. Ond dyna ni, mae digon o rygbi i ddod i chi dros y penwythnos. Ydy Sadwrn y Sharks fydd yn croetawu'r dreigiau a nos Sul y cyfle i weld y gêm rhwng Gweilch a'r Scarlet yn ei chyfanrwydd am 10 munud wedi 10. A hefyd y gêm gyda Johnny Clayton nos fory am 9 o'r gloch. Felly llwyth o chwaraeon. A mae'n wythnos ac yn ben wythnos prysur i Pontypridd fyd. Mae un o aelodau'r bwrdd, Steve Reardon, yn ymuno â ni nawr. Rugby tonight, but Stars in their eyes on Saturday. Tell us a bit about what that's all about.
Well, Welsh rugby pitches itself has been at the heart of many communities in Wales, and that's an ideal which Pontypridd aspires to buy into. So our core business is participation in rugby on the field, but off the field we try to get involved in other things, whether it's from regular bucket collections to aid charities. Armistice Day this year fell on the day we played Swansea in our league fixture. And during that day, in conjunction with the Royal British Legion and the local army cadets, we held a service here which involved reflaying as well as the 2-minute service and involved the exhortation and so on. And on that day, the Royal British Legion raised £800. Tonight, there's a local charity here tonight, a behaviour support hub. So that's one way we get involved. Another way we get involved is in putting on a lunch once a month to bring people together, and it's regularly attended. It's oversubscribed. We've got 100 coming here for our Christmas event in which they enjoy a lunch, some post-lunch entertainment in the form of singing. It is quite a powerful tool. You see people from the community coming in, they get to meet and speak with people, they get the opportunity to sing along if they wish and even dance. As I say, it's quite a powerful tool. And of course, we've got this Saturday where, because of tonight's fixture, we don't have a game, and so we've got Stars in Their Eyes. It's something we've done before. It's an opportunity for our players to show our supporters and our fans their performing arts skills or otherwise another dimension to those players, and it gives the supporters an opportunity to support the club other than a way of playing rugby football. So
we haven't had a chance to speak to you. I went to ask you about the EDC, the elite domestic competition that yourselves, Merthyr and Cardiff, have chosen not to put an application forward for. Can you explain your reasonings?
Yeah, well, if I take us back first a few years, Pontypridd has always been a strong advocate and proponent of a player development pathway, and I think we've got an illustrious track record in participated in that track record. I could take us right back to Paul John and Neil Jenkins. I could go back to Michael Owen, Gethin Jenkins, Martin Williams, Kerry Sweeney. All those individuals play their youth rugby here, not just their senior rugby and playing for the national side. They play their youth rugby here, and I can bring it right up to date with the last World Cup squad. Dylan Lewis came right through our mini and junior section and right through our youth section. So we've got this powerful, strong, illustrious record. Our objection is not with the principle, but with the mechanism. And one thing that we considered very seriously and doesn't work for us is 7 home matches in a season in which you cannot even guarantee that you would play your big local derbies. So we couldn't guarantee that we would necessarily play Newport or Cardiff at this ground, and it's just commercially inviable. There's a fallow period between January and March where currently there's no rugby scheduled at all for those sides. Our supporters, our sponsors, they want regular week in, week out rugby. We cannot sustain such an issue. I'm not here to speak for Merthyr and Cardiff. I'm not appointed to do that, but the one thing we agreed with consensus in conjunction with the region was that was inviable for all 3 of us. We weren't out to spike the competition. We had to act in our own interest. You know, as I said, we're a strong advocate of the
I'm going to have to stop you there, Steve. I know we could go on, but the players are about to kick-start the second half. Diolch yn fawr, thank you. And a reminder, there's English language commentary available with Dave Rogers and Lloyd Lewis. Ond mae'n bryd I ti rhithro nôl lan i'r pwynt sylwebu I ymuno Owen Gwynedd.
Well, we do have a rugby match to get on with, but great to hear the passion and the explanation. Yeah, so often, the top brass at rugby clubs don't tell us the truth, but it certainly feels like we've got it there. Ponty getting us underway in the second half, and that is not the start that Quins wanted. It's all a little bit scrappy. It's going to come back Quins' way.
They're always under pressure. Always under pressure. Scrum, black ball.
We're going to start with a scrum. Quite looking forward to Lloyd getting back up here so I can ask him who he would be if he was going to take part in the Ponty RFC Stars in their eyes. Maybe get thinking about my answer as well. But welcome back, everyone. Just a reminder of recent results in this fixture. The last 5, 4 of them have been decided by a converted try or less. The biggest margin of victory in that 5, 20 points. It was a Quins win, and maybe Ponty might be thinking about it, increasing that value. And getting a big bonus point win tonight, because 20 points to 6, straight back in the 22. And they're in a good spot here. Dicomedis gets met with a big shot. Oh, and that has split the difference between Burnell and Phillips. Good clear out, though, by Stuckey. And Burnell in at scrum half. Right back to halfway, though. Amazing how those 35 metres can just disintegrate. I think this might be a shot at goal. It's even beyond the range of Josh Phillips. But with that in mind, I think they might be going searching for tries here. Gethin Davis on at half-time for Tom Curry.
Captain, post ball.
God, he is going to go for the post. This would be a heck of a knock. Gethin Davis on for a bit of experience, his 6th season with the club, up over 80 appearances as well. We'll look to add some ballast and maybe try and improve the discipline, although he was involved in the concession of that penalty. What I do like about Ponty is they haven't wasted any opportunity to try and accumulate points. You're going to get some, you're going to miss some. But if he keeps draining these, everyone is going to be terrified of conceding penalties against Ponty. He's 4 out of 4. This for 5 out of 5. Oh, he likes it. He loves it. It's the first points of the second half, and Josh Phillips cannot miss. Well, you had a quick chat with him at half-time. He's tearing up trees, but he's a laid-back boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he was full of beans when he came off, and rightly so. But such a valuable weapon to have as a team, a kicker who's so confident, and he's playing excellently this evening, and I can't see him missing.
Well, they've got the points. Now can they get the exit? Well, no, it's been turned over here, and Quins into the 22. Randall. Good carry, good opportunity. And a penalty advantage. They say the points don't count till you've exited, and Ponty have not exited there. Good chop tackle there by Greenslade. Archie Hughes and Harry Williams. Could be a bit of width here. Jack Wilson. Oh, he's unlucky.
Okay. There's no advantage there, guys. Always going backwards.
And Stuckey again thought he could have been away.
Yeah.
But playing with the penalty advantage.
Tackle and no release. For 2 offside. Apologies. You're not released yet? Yeah.
And it's going to go to the corner.
Okay, no clear release. Come on.
Has to, doesn't it? They need to start thinking about how they're going to get back into this game, or how they're going to get something, whether that's a bonus point, a try bonus.
Yeah, definitely.
Quins, don't leave the line out. Don't leave.
Lee Taylor looking as though he's going to be ready shortly.
Any good discipline from you guys? Yeah. Okay, no ball. We'll go time off, guys.
Can't play without a ball, can you?
It's a struggle.
So I heard that chat at half-time. If you were going to enter the Ponty Stars in their eyes, who would you be?
Well, I think I must have missed that. Ponty Stars in their eyes, what's that?
They're having a fundraiser in the absence of a game. They're going to get everyone in, community event, Stars in their eyes.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe LL Cool J.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a 50 Cent.
Oh, yeah, all right.
What about you?
Neither of those.
Yeah, we weren't waiting for this race, Captain.
You can see you as 50 Cent, hanging upside down by your feet doing your crunches.
Yeah.
Big chance here then. Garen Williams needs to find his man. It's picked off again. 2 line-outs inside the 22. Both have been read like a book by Ponty.
It's a huge statement as well. A huge statement.
Oh, it's been touched in the air though. The Quins will get another bite at the cherry. Ponty really making a meal of exiting, and Archie Hughes can send the big men forward. That's Nunion. Williams. Let's get that flat ball going. Good carry by Randell. He's managed to get on the front foot a little bit more early in this second half.
Oh, great shot.
Hands off the back. Yeah.
Sending a motorbike over a speed bump, that was, wasn't it? Archie Hughes. Harry Williams. Trying to find Randall, the bounce pass. Lovely feet, isn't he? Seen how well he can go forward. That change of direction takes them to within 5 metres. Feels like Quins really have to get something here. It's Davis. Second half substitute. Hughes in there again. Ponty flying out of the line. Really nailing those chop tackles. Millen. Hughes. Oh, could have gone then from Williams. Eventually it did. Put all the front rowers out there. Big men in wide channels. He found James. Phillips, desperate to get his hands on this. And Hughes, Davis, and Quins within the 5. Short ball, Millen. Good discipline from both teams here. Phillips, it's a bit lateral, hands on that from Ward. Ward thinks he's got it. Oh, not quite now. Millen again. Back row really working hard here for Quins. They've been playing on a long advantage.
Yeah, very long advantage. Quins not really looking like they were offering many options there. They were just hitting a forwards pod after forwards pod. Looking a bit exhausted out there, I think. And rightly so. It's been a tough game so far, but I think Quins need to offer a bit more.
Yes, too far out.
So LL Cool J, phenomenon?
Mate, I don't know, there's a few classes, isn't there? If you I might do a medley.
Okay. Right, they're going to go for the tap and trundle. Don't trust the line out, trust the big men. Union and James. Well, it's not exactly length to precision, is it? Blunt objects. But again, that's the 5 metre line you can see. Phillips. Hughes In the shadow of the post, good shot by Harper.
Yeah, always there.
Hughes looks one way, goes the other. He found James. It's such a good position for Quins. Ponty, at the moment at least, standing firm in defence. Another excellent tackle. Swallowing the ball carriers. Another advantage. That's 3 penalties in the 22 now. Is the referee going to have to take further action? Harry Williams hits the line. William under the posts. Finally, Quins breach the Ponty defence and give themselves something to get back into the game.
Yeah, fair play to Carmarthen Quins. Knocking on the door, hammering the door even with the forwards, carry after carry, and then it opens up for Harry Williams. Well-deserved try there, and it needed to come as well.
Well, it was a great line, but it seems like the first time anybody ran one.
Yeah, like I said before the penalty, the previous penalty, it just seemed like they weren't offering any options. Carmarthen Quins, they were just hitting the forward pod. They were gaining yardage, but it was too comfortable for Pontypridd.
Justin Gwilym converted by number 15, Jack Wilson.
As soon as they added one extra pass in there, it's opened up for him.
Leaving the field, number 4, Caleb Salmon, number 5, Josh Helps, and number 13, Justin Gwilym, to be replaced by number 18, Ryan Bean, number 19, Lee Taylor, and number 22, Josh Barker.
Well, you probably heard all the substitutions, because I'll tell you what, the PA system's loud in this stadium. But Justin Gwilym scoring that try, that was his last contribution. Josh Backup is on to replace him. Handful of appearances for Llandudfri in the Prem, but very, very experienced as a Quinn. Good take by Stuckey. And then Tom Harper. Laws of physics state that he's a tough man to bring down. Burnell, another kick on an advantage. On an advantage. He loves being the playmaker, Burnell, doesn't he? He was the hero in the first half.
He's definitely got a taste for it now, that little chip. No surprise, Josh Phillips going for the post here. Keep the scoreboard ticking over.
The high tackle it was given for, Stuckey does well there. Garen Williams goes to meet him. And that's where the high tackle is, just that arm on the head.
It's tough. I do feel for the Quins there, because he is falling down, but it's the laws of the game. It was around his head.
It's another one, straight down the middle. 16 points, all off the tee for Josh Phillips.
Sponsored by Mrs. G Fly and High Motive.
26-13. And this is the table as it stands. Ponty level on points with Merthyr, who do have those games in hand, but into the top 6.
Yeah, it's a big segment, and it'll do a lot for the boys. Can't hear anything in the PA system we spoke about. But no, it's something the boys can celebrate, and the recent run of results, they're in a good place.
Well, a couple of tough games coming up. Merthyr and Cardiff away. That Cardiff game live on S4C, and then they welcome RGC, who will wind their way down Wales to come here. And as we're seeing from recent results, this is not an easy place to come. They'll be confident against pretty much anyone in the league.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I think you see it with Pontypridd as well. When you have teams like this where the support is so strong, it's definitely that sort of 16th man on the pitch, and it's great for the boys. It's great to play in front of support like that. So yeah, it's definitely a big advantage.
There's no one on the blind side here. It would be ballsy from Archie Hughes. But there's a big gap and he's very quick. Well, he might be forced it. Oh, here is Hughes. Harry Williams, a little bit lateral. Randell tries to straighten up. Evans off his wing. Garen Smith is on. We're in 23 for Ponty as well. He's back over the border after spending some time with Cornish Pirates in the Championship. There's Jack Wilson stepping into the 22. Another penalty coming here. Ponty's discipline is just on the wrong side of the law right now. Good hands from Greenslade. These hookers, they're just total footballers, aren't they?
Complete football.
High tack. Ball black. High tack.
There he is. Greenslade, one try today. Got the armchair ride over from the pack. Now you and me can share secrets, can't we?
Can we?
So you're top try scorer in the league.
Yeah.
But if you're totally honest, hooker scoring tries really winds you up, doesn't it?
Well, we spoke about this earlier. Last season, Henry Palmer, the Newport hooker, we finished joint top try scorer, and all of his were from the back of a maul. I don't think it's fair, really. I think it should be a separate award. You know what I mean?
Okay. Or maybe worth 4 points instead of 5.
Yeah, something like that. Something needs to happen, that's for sure.
There you are, falling out with the front row union in front of everyone as we take another look at this high tackle. Yeah, again, it's just a loose arm, isn't it? With the referee and his assistant in a good spot. They see forearm to face and make a decision. Another chance here for Quins. And if they do manage to nick one here, they've really snuck up on Ponty.
Yeah, it's that discipline that's letting Ponty down at the minute. And in fairness to Carmarthen, they keep on coming.
Not straight.
Easy that off there, that's frustrating.
And that's 3 line-outs inside the 22 that haven't landed now. 1 right early in the first half and 2 here.
Carmarthen substitution, leaving the field, number 9 Archie Hughes and number 10 Harry Williams, to be replaced by 21 Rodri Davis and 23 Coram Knott.
We'll go time on.
Well, speaking of try scorers, Coram Knott managed to get 5 last year. He was joint top scorer for Quins. Archie Hughes, well, 45 minutes in the bank as opposed to 55 minutes. Had that enforced rest for killing the ball. 15 minutes. The second half gone. Definitely a better contest. Burnell. He's kept that on the pitch. So Quins can run it back. They can run it back through Knott. Great tackle. Alid Ward. Textbook stuff. That was helps. Gavin Smith rushing out of the line. That's something Ponty have done well today. They've not really left any gaps. Anyone who has rushed up has made a good decision. And as a result, Quins have struggled a little bit with gain line. Callum Evans. If you heard a word that might offend you at this time of night on a Thursday, we do apologise for that. There's a pretty heated battle out there. Back up. Another good carry, but another good tackle. Ponty looking pretty organised in defence. And eventually, the mistake.
It couldn't be more clearly for you.
17 minutes of the second half gone. Let's reel out a couple of commentary cliches. The next score's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a cliche, but it is. You know, it's
substitution, leaving the field, number 1 Tom Devine and number 5 Chris Nicomedis, to be replaced by number 17 Ben Stevens and number 19, Joe Miles.
Yeah, the next score is massive. Quins, 13 points, one converted try here and it's game on for them, so this next score could really decide it.
There's Dicomedis, number 395 in the bank.
Set.
Joe Miles has come on. He's scheduled to be wearing 19, but I think he's just run on with a blank jersey. Bernal taking on midfield kicking duties. Tried to put that into no man's land, but instead he's got a Randall who was much sharper in the second half. Talking about Quinn struggling with game line, not when he's on the ball. Back cut. And Bernal calls the mark.
Back 10 on me.
His eyes lit up there. He thought the 50-22 was on, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Been impressed with Ben Bernal tonight. It's exciting play on the ball and he's a big boot as well.
He's quite a presence in midfield too, isn't he? He's not a small bloke.
Definitely.
Well, I can tell the rain started to come down again because Lauren's scrambling around there with her umbrella looking for some interviews. Always great to get that live insight. The Ponty fans, they're in fine voice. However, they'll probably be a little bit nervous about where the next score is going to come from. Oh, big shot. Did say it was physical. A little bit narrow in midfield, and Aled Ward sniffing around the turnover again. Shoot away this time, and Rodri Davis has options. The option is Jack Wilson, who seems to be slotting in at outside half now.
Yeah, I agree. Not forward yet. Knock on only.
Nash, scragged.
Use!
On a knock-on advantage here, Ponty. Ben Stevens. 3/4 of the game gone.
Okay, that's advantage over.
And that is Miles. He is in a blank jersey. Sharp feet into that contact too.
Okay, stop. Stop 3.
Nash.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, Stuckey just got a finger on that.
Yeah, not now.
And with that, we can see exactly who Lauren's been chasing with an umbrella. Who are you down there making friends with, Lauren?
Leaving the field, captain
Dwi fi yn eisteddlen cael cwmni gael gwaed. Sesiad di o'r gêm o'r belled yn ymddangos mewn rheolaeth falle bod momentum wedi mynd o'i blaid nhw yn ngwarter cynta'r hanner yma.
Ydy, mae'r momentum yn sicr wedi mynd ffordd Carmarthen. Ni'n chwarae lot gormod yn hanner ein hun ar un o bryd. Angen mwy o triogaeth ni a jyst cael bach o control nôl ar y gêm yma.
Os ych chi'n ennill heddi, byddech chi wedi ennill tair yn olynol ar rheol Sardis. Ydy hynny'n beth bwysig bod chi'n neud y lle yn lle anodd i ddod i'r tîm yma?
Ie, mae'n bwysig iawn. Adeiladu bach o momentum. Mae'r tymor wedi bod lan a lawr, ond lot o amser ôl yn y gêm yma, so gobeithio gallwn ni gweld y gêm mas, ond mae Carmarthen, mae'n bwysig bod ni'n cael y control nôl ar y gêm fel dwedais i.
You check out cloi gyda Chris Dicomedis. Quick word, Chris, how are you feeling after 60 minutes on the pitch, was it?
Yeah, not too bad, I think it's a bit stop-start, so yeah, feeling alright actually.
I'll leave you to it, the rest up. Diolch yn fawr.
And come back to us just in time for Ponty to win a very important midfield penalty. Liam Lloyd wins it. One try for him today as well.
Yeah, don't go beyond the 10. That's the mark. Yeah,
You enjoy Jackal?
You will not see me anywhere near that. I've seen too many knees go from doing that.
Luxury winger, yeah?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we'll put them on the...
I went in for a jackal against Merthyr and Craig Locke hit me so far. I went out of the screen on the replay. So that was a reminder why I don't do it.
Yeah, no ball. Well, no, Hooker's got a ball in his hands, actually. Yeah.
And Callie James has come on for Christian Parker, the captain. Ponty going with a 6-2 bench tonight.
Thank you.
These physical games at the start of winter. Let the big men do the work, but now finds Macaulay Rowley. That was Callie James there, wearing 22. And Rowley again. Stuckey. Good kick to keep that ball alive, just asking questions. It's come back to Ponty and it's taken a little knock on.
So fumbled it on the floor. Not forward. For black or yellow?
It's always asking questions, Stuckey, isn't he?
Yeah, nah, he's been in the league for years.
Leaving the field, number 3, Tom Harper.
Wait for his PA system there.
Number 18, Morgan Basanko.
Nah, as I was saying, he's been in the league for years. He's so well experienced, and his feet are phenomenal. But he always seems to make the right decision, which is really important as a winger. He's played really well tonight. But as I said, he's always been a very solid player.
Morgan Basanko on the tight head side. Great name for a prop. Morgan Basanko.
Set.
A biotech degree from Cardiff University, which means he's obviously a bright bloke, but still wants to be a tight head. It's a better scrum from Quins. They've got the advantage as well.
Yeah, I know.
And now they may as well have a play. Davis. Another good chop tackle. Really impressed with that from Ponty in this second half. Good stop and start there from Richards. Steals himself a couple of metres. Wilson. James. Oh, and it's opened up thanks to the turnover.
Advantage over.
Into the 22 they go. What an attack! Still going. This is unbelievable.
Wow,
Patrick Davis has scored one of the tries of the season, and Quins are right back in it. And that has all come from the jackal attempt. It's popped up, and he's through like a greased eel.
Nah, fair play. That was an excellent finish. I thought he had 3 Pontypridd players chasing him down there. I thought he wasn't going to make it, but wow, what a finish, and what an important score for Quins. Straight through the middle. He's looking for options, Goes himself. Josh Phillips just slips off there and he makes it. That's wow, fair play. Credit where credit's due. That's an excellent finish there from the sub.
Thank you, Al.
Well, that is literally the only place there has been a gap in the Ponty defence all night. And there we were, doubting Quinn, saying that Ponty would be looking to make a statement. And here we are, a conversion away from it being back within a converted try, as it always seems to be between these two teams.
The thing is now, and this is hard, the psychology of it. With Pontypridd now, they'll be feeling this pressure because they've thrown this lead away. Whereas Carmarthen Quins will see this now, they'll be invigorated, they'll have their tails up. Game on.
We've talked a lot about Josh Phillips and how well he's kicked 16 points, but it's been 10 points for Wilson as well.
Harvey Nash to be replaced by number 20, Sean Parry, and 21, Joe Riggs.
Couple of penalties, couple of conversions. Add that to the Gwilliam try, and that unbelievable Davis try we've just seen. And we have got Ponty 26, Quins 20. 14 minutes to go on a Thursday night. Now both teams empty in the bench. That was Sean Parry wearing 20, making that tackle. And a chat to him about his experience with Canada in the summer. What an experience that is. Hopefully he'll be on the mission with them as they look to get back to where they feel they belong in the international game. Former powerhouse, of course.
Went back.
Well, the rain's starting to fall. Ponty giving away penalties. Carmarthen Quins with their tails up and 13 minutes of rugby to go. Hold on to your hats, folks.
Go back. Yeah, your pen. Playing in here. Mark's there.
Well, this is huge now.
Yeah, it really is game on at this point.
First things first, they need to find a good touch.
It's a great kick.
And with not a lot of room to play with, that is exactly that. Up to the 22 again. So good to have like a left foot and a right foot kicking option, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely in situations like scenarios like there, like we just saw. It's giving them a great leg up. Just outside the Pontypridd 22.
Yeah, you got it.
Williams. Oh, again, Ponty have stolen the line out. That's been a real masterstroke for them. Lee Taylor puts in a heavy shoulder on his opposite number, Miles.
Use now. No, it's not.
Well, those conditions pretty miserable out there as well. And interestingly, that's a change of tactic. They've been keeping the ball on the pitch all night. Now all of a sudden they're kicking it dead.
Yeah, look at the pressure showing. But as I said, psychologically now, Pontypridd will be feeling really under the pump.
Back jumper.
But also with this line out for Carmarthen Quins. Another one.
Well, maybe that's why they're kicking the ball dead, because they're backing themselves against the Quins lineup. They've made the change as well. Stephen Phillips on for Garen Williams. In his 10th season with Quins. Another left foot howitzer. That one overcooked a touch. No, Burnell.
We got foul play. Okay.
Oh, there's a conversation to be had here.
Time off. Time off. I need to speak to my
Listen in.
Back a minute. Back a minute, guys. Back. So you're going to have to talk me through everything that's happened.
So, Ted kicks the ball.
Yeah.
The charge down, turns his back, reckless, and lands on him, takes him out.
Okay.
And then it's
recommendation?
Just the yellow, just the penalty.
Penalty only. So it's there where it landed. Yeah. Okay. Captains. So we've got outside halves kick the ball. Okay. One of your players has then made a tackle off the ball essentially as he's kicked it. So there's going to be a penalty where it was kicked or where it was landed. Yeah. Fab. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Time is on. Yeah.
That is a massive momentum swing.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it then. Burnell goes up, he's turned his back.
Thank you, Al.
Thoughts?
Yeah, well, he has made contact there. It was reckless, as he said, turned his back. He had no idea what was going on with Ben Burnell behind him. That could have been nasty. But, yeah, again an easy let-off for Pontypridd there. And this man will be fancying his chances.
I was going to say, I'll give you 3 guesses what they're going to do from here. Really important penalty as well, because it takes them beyond the converted try. Not just in terms of the safety of the game, but in terms of Quins getting that losing bonus point. Six out of 6. He's kicked one already from probably 10 metres further back than this on the angle. Ooh, but he's drawn it in. And he's left it short. You could tell from the noise it sounded different. And whether it's fatigue, a lack of concentration, or proof that he's human after all.
Yeah.
He's missed one. He's 6 from 7, which is still a great return. With 10 minutes to go.
Substitution,
keeps this one in the balance.
James Noonian and number 2, Garen Williams. Apologies, number 3, Evan James, to be replaced by 16, Steph Phillips, and 17, Sean James.
With Gavin Parry on.
Substitution, leaving the field, number 2, Curtis Greenslade, to be replaced by number 16, Gavin Parry.
Good hit.
That's a really good shot. Something you don't see much of these days, is it? 120 kg forwards, taking a good run up. Gavin Parry, young man at hooker, worth keeping an eye on. Lovely nudge in behind. A good chase as well. Phillips chasing his own kick. It's well presented. What Quins need now is field position. I think these last, 8-9 minutes, it's all about playing in the right areas, because both teams look like they'll cough up a penalty. There's Davis. Still reeling from his try. Great chase, not. Puts that one on Stuckey. He was called off that. Rakes the replacement scrum half for Ponty after a good shift by Harvey Nash.
Time it, guys. Stay here. Use 9.
He's another one well over a decade in black and white, approaching 200 appearances. Just the man to try and close this game out.
Yeah, thank you, Al.
But the clock keeps ticking. Quins still in their own half.
16.
Great work by Ponty, just to be a nuisance until...
Oh, he's gone quick.
Well, he needs to inject some pace, and given the way the set piece is going, that's probably not a bad option by Davis. There seems to be a lot of width, though. Stuckey finds himself in midfield, making good tackles, and Rodri Davis, dummy and go, and Gavin Smith is up high. Another big collision. Steph Phillips nearly got turned there. Well, both teams taking no prisoners in midfield, that's for sure. Quins not super clean around the breakdown, though. And Ponty are brilliant. Colin Alid Ward wanted to go quickly at 73 minutes with a 6-point lead.
I don't think anyone else was too happy with that decision. Nobody moved.
He was the only one who wanted to do that. Quins didn't want it. Ponty didn't want it. The referee didn't want it.
So, guys, drop.
Thank you for your contribution.
And what do we say? Both teams look like they'll concede a penalty. How costly will that one be for Quins? Good touch found by Phillips. First dart of the night for young Gavin Parry.
Time off. Yeah, the line is set on you guys. If you drop, please. No.
Morgan Bosanko.
You're set as a line.
Not been on too long, but I think he's got a stinger from one of those big shots in midfield. There have been some big ones as well, haven't there?
It's definitely, especially in the last 10 minutes or so, it's definitely been taken up a notch.
And that looks lower leggy. Quite uncomfortable too. So Tom Curry is going to return to the pitch for Quins. He's in his second season with the club, yet to score a try. That would be a pretty good time to do it, wouldn't it?
Huge 5 minutes for both teams here.
Wait.
Well, after their second half fight back, to leave empty-handed would be a real wounder for Quins.
It will be, especially when you consider the line-out difficulties they've been having. The discipline in the first half has killed them, really. With Josh Phillips on fire.
Good ball into Cook. Gavin Parry. Well, got him to this position in the first place, and he... Oh, they've disconnected and obstructed and let Quins right off.
Obstruction. Ball in front, detached. Ball in front. Box there.
Well, there have been some wild errors. But with that in mind, it's been a fascinating game of rugby.
Yeah, huge improvement second half from Quins.
Yeah, just over 4.5, please.
Yeah, you can just see that he's detached there and then reattached. The referee in a great spot. I think the referee and his team have done a tidy job tonight. So with Williams and Phillips unavailable to continue, Tom Curry thrown in at the line out. Same old story, but it's back with Quins. On to the 22. And Ponty lucky not to concede a penalty there with hands on the floor. But instead, Quins are pouring forward. Can they pinch this? Just remember, they were 20 points to 6 down at half-time. Never led in this entire match. Tom Curry, the makeshift hooker. Rodri Davis, the try-scorer. Keep your eye on that clock. Gethin Davis. What a turnover, brilliant. Sean Parry comes away with it. Now maybe there's a chance for Ponty. It's going to open up here on the right-hand side. Now we're into a foot race. Liam Lloyd gives chase. Is he quicker than Richards? Superb from Ponty. Could be a 14-point swing.
Yeah, that's a great decision to put it on the toe there. Really asking questions.
Today's golden ball player of the match, sponsored by Hold the Line Gang, goes to number 6, Alan Ward.
Well, firstly, the turnover, but something you've mentioned a couple of times, eyes up rugby.
Yeah, exactly, and it's such a horrible position to be in. I feel for Dylan Richards there chasing back, because when you've got 3 Pompey players breathing down your neck, there's not much you can do. But yeah, great vision, heads up rugby, as you said, and a well-deserved leg up into the 22 there for Pompey.
Well, Liam Lloyd was on his bike as well then, wasn't he? Quick boy. Very quick boy. But I've been impressed with their decision-making today, Ponty, particularly around the exits, because whether it's been Scrivens or Burnell putting on the toe, or that time running it out, just mature rugby.
Captain.
Yeah, like we said, they've been more clinical, like you said in the first half, like, especially in the transitional play there, where it's been a turnover, and they're thinking on their feet, and like you said, they just seem to be making the right decisions. I think that's, aside from the line-outs for Quins, I think that's been the main difference between the two teams tonight.
Original, which should be penalty here. Okay, and we haven't had that language all game, so I need to be better from him. Got it? Guys, once the water's off, we'll be live.
Take a look at it again here. Really smart kick.
Okay, time is on.
And when you're going at full tilt, that's a difficult skill to execute.
Yeah, definitely, because, yeah, well, 100%, as you can imagine. To hit the ball so, as he is, directly straight as well, perfect weight on the ball, it's such a hard skill. So yeah, credit to him there.
Guys, make sure we're behind the ball, please.
Let's have a little bit of a chat about the man of the match. What do you reckon?
Yeah, you can't ask for more, really. I mean, well, 6 out of 7 so far, 1 more to go to close this game off, and as you can see by the score, he really has been the difference. It's not just off the boot as well. We look at the tries, we look at Ben Burnell's first try, Ben Burnell's almost try, where Archie Hughes got sent off. That was a great break from Josh Phillips, so he's been great for Pontypridd tonight.
Josh Phillips. Well, that last penalty was nothing more than a blip, because he's right back on it. 19 points for tonight's set-in again. 110 for the season.
We'll go time off. Sorry?
This young man, he's had a great evening. He's having a great season.
Time is on.
And unless something quite miraculous happens in these remaining 100 or so seconds, it is going to be 3 home wins in a row for Ponty. Looking for the kick to compete, but Sean Parry takes it. Plenty of commitment from Quins. but looking more and more like they're going to be empty-handed. Need 3 points from somewhere. And they're going to have a chance.
Yeah, thank you. Just a knock on. So you got line out. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And they're going to opt for the scrum. That means the clock's going to keep ticking. So they're not going to have the chance to win the game unless this goes first base. Drop goal conversion. And then Alamo for the last 10 seconds. First things first, you've got to get this ball in. Rodri Davis.
Up we come. Up we come. Up we come.
And that reset scrum probably just about does it.
Weight, good balance before the set. Of course.
Well, will we ever get this scrum set?
Two things, right? Hold the weight, okay? And we've got to be good, both sides.
So in this rejiggled front row then, we've got Stefan Phillips has moved from hooker to prop. Tom Curry is in at hooker. And with that, the clock goes red. And we've been, what, 90 seconds on this scrum alone. And Ponty got a last roll of the dice that gets them a losing bonus point. In it comes from Davis. Next stoppage and we're done. Wilson. Oh, great shot by Stuckey, but the offload's good too. Pinched by Sean Parry. He was involved in a turnover that changed the momentum. And he's pinched the ball. That's going to mean Ponty might not be able to clear it. Oh, they've just about rescued it. Just about. Oh, have they? No, turned over. And the chaotic end to this match is eventually done. Not after a bit of MMA. Referee's got to step in when you get full mount.
Stop, please. Yeah. Back we go. Just stop.
Well, Tom Curry, flanker, hooker, leather fighter, Gary James.
It's clearly kicked back through the ruck by one of your players. It's going to be a penalty against Black. Boys, that is going to be time. Back 10, please, metres. Back 10 metres, please. Yeah, that'll be time. Okay, it's clearly kicked out the ruck then.
And that will be all she wrote.
Okay, that's time.
Ben Burnell sends it to the stands. 3 wins in the last 3 at home here for Ponty. Swansea, then Neath, then Carmarthen Quins. Josh Phillips, the hero. 19 points from him. It was a brave fight back from Quins, but their bad form continues. Where will they get a win from? Full time here, Pontypridd victorious, 29 points to 20.
Wel cofiwch oedd Pontypridd yn 8fed cyn i'r gêm a gychwyn. Maen nhw nawr wedi neidio lan i'r chweched safle. Oedd cyfle iddyn nhw fynd yn 5 gyda pwynt bonus, ond bydden nhw'n digon hapus gyda'r fuddugoliaeth. A chofiwch, mae'n 5 pwynt sy'n gwahanu'r cyntaf a'r pedwerydd. Felly, go bosib fydd digon y newid cyn golwg. A dyma'r gemau sydd i ddod dros y penwythnos. 5 gêm di Sadwrn, a falle un sy'n denu'r sylw fyna. Llan ymddyfru sy'n croesawu Casnewydd. 2 o dimer 4 uchel. Mae'n margoli fod yn dipyn o gêm, ond mae Lloyd Lewis nawr yn cael cwmni. Un o'r chwaraewyr mas ar y cae.
Ie, fi meddwl Ben, yn gyntaf, da iawn ti. Sut mae'r teimlad o dod off y cae na gyda'r buddugoliaeth?
Fach yn relieved I fod yn honest. Ni wedi cael results quite poor ar dechrau tymor, ond
ni wedi mynd 3 ac 3 nawr yn y 3 wythnos diwethaf, a mae just teimlad fod yn just cael mewn bildio yn y grŵp, so relieved.
Yn bendach yn adeiladu, beth oedd y chat ar hanner amser te? Herwydd 26 oedd e yn mynd mewn ar hanner amser, beth oedd y chat pryd ni?
Fach yn crac hefyd, cos ffod fi nes i mesol lan trai o'r diwedd a hanner, a os ni'n ennill fyna, ni 27 lan, so dwi'n credu ni'n gallu just cario ymlaen yn neud beth ni'n neud, ond nes i'n, ail hanner tymach yn pŵa.
O'ch chi'n da, geithoch chi'r buddugoliaeth. Fi ma, da Josh Phillips hefyd, ti yw seren y gêm ni. Sut mae hwnna'n teimlo, sut mae'r buddugoliaeth yn teimlo I ti, mate?
Great. Dwi'n meddwl wnaethon ni roi gormod o respect i nhw yn y hanner yna, ond chwarae teg I Quins, wnaethon nhw dod at ni, a dwi'n meddwl y defense I jyst yn ennill yn y diwedd yma wedyn.
Diolch yn fawr I ti, Josh. Lauren, draw I ti.
Diolch Lloyd, mae Llewch y Myrddin yn ymuno dy fi. Yn ni ddechrau felly, dwi'n sôn am y Quins, achos yn illon nhw'r ail hanner 14-9, a deithon nhw mas I chwarae, nhw'n edrych yn dîm wahanol.
Oedd yna, fy nhw'n siomedig bod y linell gadael nhw lawr yn y 22 yn sicr, ac oedd y gêm na, potentially, yna iddyn nhw brwydro nôl ag ennill, lle yna, just I mynd o'i gafel nhw yna, just y cwirdeb na yn y 22 yn ffodus ddim gyn y Quins yna yma.
O'n i'n... Lloyd Lewis yn ymuno I ni nawr, ond o'n i'n trafod ar yr hanner, a wedys I Llewch, mae eisiau un cais arall ar Pontypridd, a falle bod nhw wedi hennisu yn barod. Beth ddigwyddodd yn yr ail hanner? O'n nhw falle wedi camu nôl, meddwl o bosib bod nhw wedi gwneud digon?
Dyna, fel o Ben yn dweud fanna, nhw'n teimlo un cais, o'n nhw bron yn chael I diwedd y hanner na, fysa y gêm na wedi mynd i'w gwely, ond just cangymeriad yna, just teimlo y Ponty ddim gyda cweit yr egni na o gyn nhw hanner cynta, ac nath adal I y Quins o fewn. O'n i'n meddwl oedd Rodri Davies oedd I ar y fainc I Quins di newid y gêm yn y chwarae teg, a just dim cweit digon gen Quins I gael nhw dros y lein.
Oedd e'n edrych llaw yn egni. Cais gynta dwi'n meddwl yr ail hanner. Dyma sut deithon nhw nôl mewn i'r gêm a Lloyd.
Chwarae teg, o'n nhw'n hammer o'r drws na am oesoedd, anfon y boys mawr lan, cari ar ôl cari, penalty mantais ar ôl mantais, ond yn y diwedd, dim ond, o'n i'n dweud, maen nhw'n one-dimensional, ar ôl ni'n gwneud un mwy pas, maen nhw'n mynd syth trwyddo, ond credyd I Quins fyna, o'n nhw ar y llinell 5 metr Pontypridd am 8 swydd fyna, felly cais heiddiannol fyna.
Iestyn yn edrych yn dipyn o chwaraewr, mae lot o'r boys yma, Archie Hughes, Iestyn Gwilliam yn un arall, Leather Barrow, maen nhw yn Academy Skylights, lot o nhw wedi chwarae ar y lefel ucha, nawr yn dod nôl I chwarae'r Quins. Peth da bod nhw'n gallu troi at y profiad na, o dwi'n broblem, falle bod nhw ddim yn cael y cysondeb yn ei dîm wythnos I wythnos?
Weithiau, ti'n teimlo, os dyn nhw gyda'r agwedd gywir pan maen nhw'n dod fewn, bod nhw yn arf i'r clwb ac neu lot o hogiau ifanc Quins wedi rhoi llaw fyny fyna chwarae teg.
Ni'n mynd I gael cybolog ar yr ail cais ma. Rodri Davies yn meddwl, oedd e'n gais I ni gole.
Chwarae teg I amddiffyn Pontypridd, ond nhw mor cadar, na oedd dim gaps o gwbl, ond mae jyst yn agor lan fyna I Rodri Davies am orffeniad fyna. Dyna sy'n chi'n orffen cais. Josh Phillips yna'n lwcus ddim I cael y cais ddim I cael y taco fyna, ond credyd I Rodri Davies, mae hwnna'n cais unigol ffantastig.
Mae gael gwaith yn ymuno â ni, a falle nid yma'r cais eisiau edrych yn ddefrydol, ond clod iddyn nhw, beth ath o le I chi yn yr ail hanner yna?
Ni jyst ffili mynd trwy'r cymalau a chwarae yn yr ardaloedd iawn, ond diffyg disgybliaeth yn enwedig ar dechrau'r hanner. Dethon nhw nôl mewn i'r gêm, ond rhaid rhoi clod I Caerfyrddin heno. Ti'n bod rhi anlwcus falle yn y diwedd ddim I mynd ar gêm.
O'n i'n meddwl, o'n i'n just sôn fan hyn fel, y gêm yma, chi'n mynd o'r gêm I gwely, just cyn diwedd yr hanner y fanna. Bydd y sgwrs hanner amser, ac ydych chi'n gweld 4 pwynt di ennill, neu un wedi golli, bod chi heb gael y pwynt bonus na, lle sy'ch chi wedi gobeithio amdani ail hanner.
Na'n sicr, bles iawn I ennill y gêm, tri ar y trot yn ei nawr, so bwysig bod ni'n adeiladu hyder yn enwedig ar ôl siom y gêm lan yn Casnewydd I dweud y gwir. Mae boys wedi dod nôl yn gwych ers y gêm na, a neis I gweld boys nôl ar y cae ar ôl anafiadau hefyd.
Josh Phillips heddiw yma, oedd yn anhygoel. Pa mor bwysig I wedi cael arf fel hwnna ar y tîm?
Ydy, wedi bod yn ffantastig I ni ers dod i'r clwb, chwarae maswr ar dechrau tymor. Mae'n gwneud jobbing gwych nôl yn y cefn. Ni'n ffodus iawn bant o'r tŷ, ti'n lot o boys cryf na, mae Josh yn gwybod bod angen cic o'n dda iawn, neu mae Ben Bennell neu Scribs yn cael y tro, so gwych maen nhw'n gwthu ein gilydd yn ymarfer a mae'n gwneud yn gwych ar y cae hefyd.
A teimlad nawr bod chi really yn mynd am momentum mewn I ail hanner y tymor, gan ystyried, ddwy gêm o chi wedi colli cyn y tair chi wedi ennill yn erbyn Casnewydd, yn erbyn Pontypridd, felly chi wedi chwarae rai o gewri'r gyngrair.
Ydyn, mae lot o tîm oedd cryf iawn yn y cyngrair. Sneb yn sicr o ennill gemau, ond ar hyn o bryd y 4 tîm sydd ar brig y tabl, nhw sydd heiddi bod yna. Mae jyst lan I ni a tîm oedd fel Caerfyrddin nawr chas o'r ail hanner tymor yna. A
hefyd, jyst cyn I ti fynd, gair ar y chwaraewyr sydd wedi ymuno o Jersey, boes fel Bernell, Macaulay Cook, mae'n siom aruthrol i'r clwb iddyn nhw bod y clwb nawr bellach ddim yn bodoli, ond be mae'n dod â'i chi?
Mae'n gwych I cael pobl fel Macaulay a Garen Smith, chwaraewyr profiadol, sydd falle ddim wedi bod yma dros y blynyddoedd diwetha. Mae lot o talent ifanc dyn ni, mae'n bwysig cael y balans yna, a maen nhw wedi bod yn ffantastig, a jyst gobeithio nawr gallu adeiladu edrych ymlaen at y gemau sydd I ddod.
Pob hwyl. Ffwrdd yn erbyn Merthyr? Pob hwyl. A
Diolch yn fawr.
da fi a Josh Turnbull mewn, a dyna ni, mae hwn I ti. Josh, wel, gan fod wedi bod yn gwahanol I chi ffeindio buddigoliaethau yn gyngrair, pa mor bwysig yw'r perfformiadau, pa mor bwysig oedd y gwetnwch wnaethoch chi ddangos yn yr ail hanner?
Ie, ddim bwysig I dod mas ail hanner a dangos beth ni'n gallu gwneud. Bach yn anodd gwylio'r stand yn y hanner cyntaf na, ond enwedig ar ôl perfformiad wythnos diwethaf yn erbyn Merthyr, o'n I am 7-8 munud y tîm gwella, wedyn just colli mas yn y diwedd, ond mae boes yn bach yn siomedig, enwedig dod mor agos wythnos diwetha, wedyn dod lan fan hyn, dod nôl mewn ati yn ail hanner yna, ond just bach o rocket cyn yn hanner amser i'r boes.
Ie, mae chi'n cael lot o gemau agos yn y gyngor, a just o'na allan gem oedd just mynd I ffwrdd chi eto. Cwpl o gyfleoedd yn y 22 yma, Pontypridd allan I wneud I gwaith cartre ar y llinell. Just chi'n teimlo, os oedd un cyfle fanna, a gallwch chi'n mynd mlaen I ennill y gem?
Ie, fi eisiau dweud pob clod i'r bach o'r Garen nhw wedi dod mewn hyn, o un sesiwn ymarfer mae wedi cael dan ni nos Mawrth. Mae cwbl anafiadau dan ni, Torin mas, mae Sean Jones mas, a mae cwbl o boes ni'n arfer cael o Scales, mae nhw wedi cael anafiadau hefyd, so mae hwnna'n agos yn anodd, ond mae'n rhoi chance I boes ifanc I dod mewn a cael chwarae yn y Premiership.
A be wnaethoch chi ddweud hanner amser, oherwydd oedd y perfformiad hanner amser chi cymaint well na'r hanner cyntaf, oedd fel tîm gwahanol, be nes I ddweud?
Nes I cael rhoi bach o rocket i'r boes am...
Lle oedd yn camerau ni? Dylen ni wedi gweld na?
Pan o'n I am ddiffyn, o'n I ddim yn dod off o llinell, o'n i'n adael nhw rhedeg at ni, a wedyn, pan o'n I ymosod, trefnu bêl bach o mwy a cael bach o two-pass chain a wedyn symud y bêl bach mwy o'n i'n gweld bod Pontypridd yn eitha dyn gyda amddiffyn nhw, so os gallwn ni dod mas o ochr nhw, gallwn ni cael creu problem yna, dyna beth wnaethon ni ail hanner.
A ti wedi bod mas wedi dyna fi am sbel, ti'n ôl fori yn erbyn y Stormers?
Ie, gym gynta nos fori fi'n edrych mlaen. Mae wedi bod yn sbel nawr o'n 6 mis, just dros 6 mis fi'n meddwl ers gym diwetha fi.
Pob hwyl.
Diolch.
Welai ti fori, diolch yn fawr. Ti yn ddyn prysur iawn. Sut fydden nhw'n teimlo, achos fel ni wedi sôn, gymaint o positives, ond ar diwedd y dydd, un gêm maen nhw wedi ennill trwy'r tymor, ydy hynny'n effeithio moral fel I ti fel hyfforddwr yn codi ysbryd?
Yndi, mae o. I fod yn holl onest, eto, os dyn nhw'n dod ar y gêm fewn i'r gêm a wedi ennill cwpl o gêm, maen nhw'n ennill gêm na hyn yma, a dyna di'r gwahaniaeth, mae'r habit yn dod I ennill, a mae hefyd habit I golli. Sut mae troi hwnna rownd? Wel, mae rhaid I gael yr hogia, cael pawb nôl yn ffit. Felly, nhw'n siŵr I gael yr hogia na cefnogaeth nôl gen y Scarlett, efo bod nhw'n gallu cael I hynna dros y lein am y fuddugoliaeth gyntaf na eto wan.
A cyn I fi ffarwelio chi, boes, mae gêm enfawr gyda ti a gyda Chasnewydd a'r fanc yr eglwys I Sadwn. Sut ti'n edrych ymlaen I honno?
Mae anodd bach dy fi yn anffodus, so'n chwarae, ond mae'r boes mewn lle dda. Mae'n mynd I bod yn gêm gwych. Tro diwetha o'n i'n chwarae, nath ni roi 50 o bwyntiau arnyn nhw ar Rodney Pryd, felly ni'n gobeithio allan ni mynd lan fyna ni dy job.
Ti'n rhoi team talk I llan dyfyr.
Wel, dyna ni. Ni wedi gweld digon o dygeisiedi am hyn o beth fyna. Greit, wel dyma un gêm ni wythnos nesaf, fyddwn ni ar y ffordd I Aberafan, a fyddan nhw yn croesawu Glynebwy. Ond dyna ni, Diolch I chi am eich amser hyn. O fel ni wedi sôn, mae 10 pwynt yn gwahanu'r pedwerydd a'r pumed, ond bydd tîm fel Pontypridd yn ddigon hyderus bod nhw'n gnathu gwneud tir ar y tîmau ucha. Fe welwn ni chi wythnos nesaf yn Aberafan.
Aberafan yn erbyn.
Glen Ebwy. Andrews y curoedd un am Aberafan wedi sgorio Aberafan wrth i fodda.
Amir, Duo Algi, torri cwbl o dacl am gais i Lyn Ebwy.